Hey guys, so today I'm going to walk you through how to prune an apple tree. So here I have got our Gravenstein apple tree, and it is about 10 years old, so it's in need of pruning. Now here in the Pacific Northwest where we live, it's actually January 31st when I'm recording this, and we do our pruning depending on what the weather is, if there's a lot of snow or not, usually between January and February. I like to wait until the end of winter or late spring so that I can see all of the fruit spurs where they're starting to develop and my fruit buds, so that helps me make my pruning cuts. Now when you're first looking at the Gravenstein, we have been pruning this one to a modified central leader. So it's not a true vase type pruning system, but we have cut out the central leader so that it is more open. Now, when the tree was in its infancy and it's first growing, you can see we let these bottom scaffolding branches stay, but these really do need to be removed. They're too low down at the base of the tree. So you want to have pruning saw here. I've also got, for some of the smaller branches, my pruning loppers, and then some small pruning shears. And whenever we're pruning, we use these to do the blueberries. When you're going between trees, you want to disinfect them so that you don't transfer any disease that may be present. So you can use isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol and just pour those over the blades. And we'll let that dry. It's also best if you can help it when you're pruning. Sometimes that's difficult here in the Pacific Northwest, but it's best to prune on a dry day, and if you're gonna have a dry stretch of weather, just to help keep any fungal load that could come before the pruning cuts have a chance to heal over from infecting your trees. So as we're looking at these branches, I know I'm gonna be removing these lower branches, but I also wanna take and see what's above them. So if I weren't going to be removing this, these two branches are really close to each other and they're going to compete, and this one is going to shade the other one. But because I'm removing this one, then it's okay to have a scaffolding branch that's above it. But kind of the same thing here. I've got this branch and this branch and this branch, and I need to pick which one I want to be my scaffolding branch and coming out. I'm going to pick this one that's a little bit up higher. And so we're going to remove these two lower branches. So when you're removing a whole branch, you've got up here, we've got the collar, and then we've got our tree. So you're going to want to come up just right up close to it, and we're going to do it flush and at a straight angle, which is different than a regular pruning cut. So when we're evaluating which of these we want to keep in our scaffolding, one of the things we look for is you don't want branches that are growing downwards, because as these get fruit on them, if they're already pointing downwards, it's a higher likelihood that they're going to break off and they're going to damage the branch. So looking at these, this one has quite a bit of a downward slope and a curl there in comparison to this one. So that's another reason that I'm going to choose to remove this bottom branch here, and it also is lower rather than this one. One of the things that we want to keep with our trees when we're pruning is we want to keep the center cleared out. We don't want an overpopulation of foliage because it's going to shade it too much and then your fruit won't get ripe. Now we've got some younger shoots here. You can see where we took off one of our leaders last year, and so it produced a lot of these younger shoot growth, but they're growing straight into the center of the tree. So these all need to be removed. So we're going to just use our handheld, because these are small, pruning shears, and we're going to do a cut that's right up and flush with the tree here. So any of them that are going in towards the center are ones that we want to remove. This one's going out a little bit, but it's dead here at the top. And then this leaf bud, so wherever you cut above a leaf bud, that's the direction it's going to grow. And again, that's going to take it back to the center of the tree. So I'm just going to remove this in its entirety. One of the things that you want to look for and definitely remove, we've talked about branches that are going back in towards the tree, so that's definitely something we want to remove. But any branches that are rubbing, so you can see that this branch has grown up straight and it's actually rubbing against this. And we don't want that because that opens up the tree to extra chance of disease or pest infection. So we want to make sure that we remove any branches that are going to be crisscrossing or rubbing against one another. So we're going to take that off, and that's going to free that up. But you can see potentially I've got this branch that's coming out this way, which is away from the center of the tree, and that's good. But these two are going to meet eventually, and the same thing is going to happen. We're going to have some rubbing. So when you're looking at two branches and you're trying to decide which one to keep and which one to remove, you really want to look at the crotch angle. So 45-degree angle is good. So you can see this one, we've got that wider angle, whereas this one up here is much sharper. You don't want the sharper angle, and the reason for that is because as this is to develop leaves and fruit and grow bigger, and it gets the weight of the fruit on it, the weight of the fruit will break that off and damage the branch. Where a branch that's coming out at this angle is going to be able to handle a heavier fruit load without getting damaged. So we're going to choose to remove this branch because of the angle of it, and also because it was going to cause interference and start rubbing with this branch here. So now that we've taken out all of our water shoots and we've got the center cleared out, we need to start looking at bringing this down in height. So you can see I've got some branches that are getting pretty tall. So I'm going to leave this one to grow upright right now as kind of a modified leader, and we will take this out next year. But I need to bring the height back down on quite a few of these other branches. So one of the things I look at is this one here. I don't really have very many fruit spurs coming out this way. We've got some up here. So I'm going to take this off right above an outward facing branch to encourage these ones down here to develop more fruit. That's also where having your longer handled loppers comes in handy. We like to see these horizontal branches coming out because these are going to be indicators that you're going to get fruit on here. So I'm going to come right above this that's coming out at a horizontal angle, and we're going to top it so that it continues to grow out and not back towards the center of our tree. So we have got our apple tree, our Gravenstein, totally pruned now. You want to always make sure when you're done that you remove any of the pruned branches. You don't want to leave those behind just because it can be an increase of disease. So dispose of those. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you get notified as soon as our new videos release weekly, teaching you how to raise and grow your own food on your homestead. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.